Hey, I'm Felissa Rose, and you're watching Keto and Crime.
Wow, y'all. John McAfee, well-known libertarian presidential candidate and software entrepreneur, dead at age 75 of an apparent suicide in a Barcelona Spain prison. Wow. Um, as a proud libertarian, I do have always admired Mr. McAfee. I don't think he was all there, but that they say that there is a very thin line between genius and insanity. He definitely walked that line, in my opinion. Um, he did found McAfee and Associates, which of course produces one of the best antivirus software out there. He did resign from that company in 1994 because of some internal strife, and that company was later purchased by Intel. Now, um, he kind of had a love-hate relationship with the company going forward, but one thing I'll always admire him for is his beliefs in free markets, avoid doing the minimum amount of tax, which I think anybody that has any sense would want to do that. And but he lived what he preached. He wasn't somebody that just preached it and didn't live it. I mean, um, he lived off the grid in several exotic places throughout his existence. He brought a lot of attention to cybersecurity, which, with the recent hacking that's been going on, that is something that cannot be, downplayed at all. He was one of the pioneers in that genre. But he wasn't all crusader. He did a lot of really sketchy things. He did not file income taxes from like 2014 to 2018, and as a result, the feds were after him. I mean, when I say avoid paying tax, I mean pay the minimal amount of tax, do it legally, take all the deductions you can, have a really good accountant. That's what I'm talking about. Don't just not file. Don't just not file. But I guess he thought with his, $100 billion in wealth that he could get away with it. And for a long time he did. But he was being chased by the feds. But this isn't, and he was due to stand trial here in my home state of Tennessee at the federal court in Nashville for just that. But he had been fighting extradition, and the Barcelona court recently okayed extradition back to the U.S. I think he thought he was going to beat it, and they could never get him back into the country because he was arrested uh, in Spain, and but he was caught, and it's an apparent suicide. Probably to avoid prosecution. Um, but like I said, that wasn't the only crime that he committed. Um, he's also key in a cryptocurrency pump and up scandal, which he made millions of dollars with a business partner in that. He bought up all this new cryptocurrency, which I've done a video on cryptocurrency. I'll link it right up there. He bought up a bunch of pretty much almost worthless cryptocurrency, and basically, because of his persona and his huge following, he started spamming it to the masses and kind of inflated its worth, and then turned around and sold it to people wanting to get rich, and then made millions when, of course, when the real value of it was, you know, ascertained and it plummeted. He didn't own it at that point, so he and his partner did that, and that was kind of scummy and scammy. He's also wanted in the apparent death of a neighbor of his in Florida that they had a property dispute. Evidently, the neighbor poisoned his dogs, and then the neighbor ended up dead in Belize. Rumored that McAfee ordered the hit. So, but yeah, John McAfee dead. Uh, Blow to the Libertarian Party for sure. But he ran for president in 2006, 2016, and I believe again in 2020 he made a bid for it. Was never the one of the major candidates to my knowledge, to my remembrance. But yeah, dead of an apparent suicide. I'm sure this will be Epsteined all over and I just demonetized this entire video because Susan doesn't like the word Epstein. But he just Epsteined it all over. I'm sure people will be Epsteining it all over the internet, but I wanted to report on what actually happened and his background before you start seeing all the conspiracy videos surface about it. But anyway, I'll continue to research it. I'm also researching a recent disappearance of a child here in Tennessee. As soon as I have enough information to do a well-researched video on that, I will be bringing it. I don't like just to jump on things, but this was something that I wanted to get out in front of and report the facts before, the facts as we know them, before the conspiracy and the rumor mill started up. So, little bonus video for me today. I'm working hard on some new videos that will be coming out over the next few weeks. And with that being said, thank you so much to everyone that supports the channel. And until next time, keto and crime.